Once upon a time, there were sister and brother, mag-utod, who were born in a secluded village on a mountain. Oh, layo na nga village sa may mountain. And day after day, their parents, their nanay and tatay, plowed the yellow dry soil with their backs towards the sky. Ginablang ga dulukuon, gapang bungkal, arado sang tigang nga duta. Okay, gaduko-duko. So one day, the elder sister, she wanted to buy a handkerchief which all girls around seem to have. Uso. Kay halos tanan nga mga kababainhan may ara sini. Okay? All girls around her seem to have ang ini nga panyo. Uso gid nga panyo. So, one day, the elder sister stole a small amount of money from her father's drawer. Nagwa to siya kwarta sa drawers ang iyang tatay. And the father discovered about the stolen money right away. Nadiskubrihan ni tatay. Nabalaan. Nga nadulaan siya. Who stole the money? Nangakig ang tatay. Sino nagkawat sa kwarta? Who stole the money? So he asked his kids about it. Ginpamangkot. So the eldest sister was stunned. Though hindi siya kambal, naurungan, kinulbaan. And she's afraid to talk. Neither of them admitted the fault. Why gid sa ilang nag-ako? So the father said, Okay, fine. If nobody wants to admit, you both should be punished. Duwagin ka mo. Should be punished. And suddenly, her younger brother hold his father's hand and said, kinaptan niya mo na grip niya ang father's hand and said niya, Tay, I was the one. I was the one who did it. Ako. So he took the blame. So ginako ang natabo. He took the blame. He took the punishment for his elder sister sa iyang magulang. So in the middle of the night, imagine nyo lang in the middle of the night, all of the sudden, the elder sister cried out loudly. Nagilibion siya. She cried out loudly. And then, her younger brother, sang nakita siya nga mahibi na siya, the younger brother covered her mouth with his little hand and said, tinabunan niya mo na Mia sister, don't cry anymore. Don't cry. Hindi magibi. Everything has happened. Tapos na. So ang ininga gesture, this gesture that the elder sister will never forget her brother's expression when he protected her. Hindi ini malipatan sa iyang sister. Ang ininga gesture nga ginhimo sa iyang little brother. So that year, her brother was 8 years old and the elder sister was 11 years old. So 8 ang isa 11. She still hate herself. Amo na bilang ara gyapon sa mind niya. She hate herself for not having enough courage. Why gid saya sang kaisog to admit what she did. So years went by. But the incident still seemed like it just happened yesterday. Na-notice nyo na, nga daw ang natabo bla daw sang kagapon lang, misan pila na katuig ang naglinigad. Do feeling niya daw kagapon lang gid yan natabo. So when her brother was in his last year na of secondary school, he was accepted in an upper secondary school in the central part of town. Nabatunan to siya. So maybe may entrance exam, nabatunan to siya. At the same time, the eldest sister was also accepted into a university in the province. Kumbaga nabatunan man siya in a university in the province. So that night, the father, imaginan nyo lang ang tatay seated in the yard. Gapungko, smoking, packet by packet, gapaburot sang sigarilyo. And the elder sister could hear, mabatian, inablang maaningaw nila, mabatian. The elder sister could hear the father ask their mother, nagambalang tatay, so both our children, duwagid sila? They have good result? Duwagid sila? Very good results? And then the mother wiped off her tears, inablang gahibi ang nanay, and said, yati anong pulos? What's the use? What's the use? How can we possibly finance both of them? Paano tani sila mapaskwela? How can we possibly finance both of them? So at that time, the younger brother walked out. Nagwa ang younger brother. He stood in front of the father and said, tindog to sa muno, sa tubang ni tatay, niya dad, niya tay, I don't want to continue my study anymore. Hindi na ako magskwela. I don't want to continue my study anymore. I have read enough books. Damo na ko yung may nabalaan. Damo na ko nabasa ng mga books. So, hindi na ko yung kinanglan nga magpadayon sa eskwela. So the father became angry. Nangakig ang tatay. Why do you have a spirit so weak? Naka-weak sa imo. Grabe ngakig sang tatay. Pagkabati yung nagambalang bata, yung tatay, hindi na ko yung mag-eskwela. So the father said, why do you have spirit so weak? Even if it means, sambal sa tatay, biski, I have to beg for money on the streets. Maski manglimos ko, mangayo-ngayo ko, money on the streets, I will send you to, paskulahon ta kamo, duwa kamo. I will send you to school until you have both finished your studies. Paskulahon ta kamo. Grabing pangakig ka tatay, kit hindi siya mag-eskwela. So, misking mangutang pa ko, misking mangayo-ngayo pa ko, I will send you to school until you both finish your studies. So the elder sister, gapamati man, went to her younger brother and nagpalapito sa, and then hingkaptan niya ang guya sa younger brother. Hingkaptan niya and told him, a boy has to continue his study. Lalaki ka, kinanglan niya mag-continue kagid yang sang imo ya sang imo nga pag-eskwela. If not, he will not be able to overcome this poverty we are experiencing. Kinanglan ma-eskwela kagid or else hindi gid taya katibawas. Lalaki ka. Amo na ambal sang iya nga sister, the elder sister. So on the other hand, she had decided not to further her study at the university. Siya mismo, nga elder sister, nag-decide man nga hindi na lang siya mag-eskwela, magpadayon sa university because pasulabihon niya man ang iyang manghod nga lalaki. So nobody knew that on the next day, before dawn, her brother left the house with a few pieces of clothes and few bread. Naglayas sa, naglakat sa. He left a note on her sister's pillow. Gibutang niya to sa may ulunan sa iyang utod. Gibutang niya to, nagbilin sa sang note. Kinbilin niya sa ulunan. Saying, nakabutang to sa note niya, my dear sister, getting into a university is not easy for me. Budlayan ko da. I will go find a job and I will send money to you. So the elder sister, ginakaptan niya ning note, held the note while sitting on her bed. Samtang ginabasa niya, she cried until she lost her voice. Grabing hilibion niya. So amo na tong natabo. So with the money her father borrowed from the whole village, siyempre ga pangutang, ulam kwarta para kay eskwela ang iya tatay, and the money her younger brother earned from carrying cement on his back, kay nag-ubra sa construction. Okay, nag-ubra sa construction site. Finally, the elder sister managed to the third year of her study in the university. Kadasig sang panahon, naka first year, second year, third year. And that year, her brother was 17 years old na and she was 20 years old. And one day, while she was studying in her room, may roommate ang iyang sister. Her roommate came in and told her, there's a villager waiting for you outside. May nagahulat to sa imo nga taga-village. So she wondered na tingala siya. She wondered nga sino naman? Why would there be a villager looking for me? Sino na ayan? So she walked out and she saw her brother from afar. Nakita yung yautod na lalaki, ang manghod niya. So his whole body was covered with dirt. Kita siyempre gaubra sa construction, kita agad. Higo-higo, covered with dirt, dust, tapos cement and sand. Kalamugo gid ya. So the elder sister asked him, ipamangkot sa, why did you not tell my roommate, nga away mo ginambalan ang akon nga roommate that you are my brother? Nga away mo siya ginambalan, away ka nagpakilala? And then he replied with a smile and said, tanawablaw, look at my appearance, tanawabla tsura ko. What will they think if they would know that I am your brother? Ano na lang ang balo nila sa imo? Won't they laugh at you? Kadlawan ka? And then the elder sister, pagkabati ni sang iyang elder sister, she felt so touched. Na-touch gid siya and tears, ang luha filled her eyes. Nagtulo ang luha while she swept away the dirt. Inablang gahilibion siya samtang ginapagpagan niyang iya nga utod the dirt, the dust from her younger brother's body. Gahilibion siya. Nga ginatinluan niya blang ginapagpagya. Imagine niyo lang amo na ang sitwasyon. Gahilibion siya. And told him with hindi siya kambal blang with a lump on her throat. Nga blang hindi na siya kambal. Niya, I don't care. Waay kulabot. I don't care what people would say. You are my brother. You are my brother. No matter what your appearance, you are my brother. Why kulabot? Munambal sa sister. So from the brother's pocket, so ginkuot sang brother ya sa iyang bulsa, he took out a butterfly hair clip. Inablang hairpin daw, hair clip, butterfly. So he put it on his sister's hair and said, yeah, I saw this, kita ko ni, I saw all the girls in town are wearing it. Uso gini subong. So I think you should have one. I think you should also have one. So the sister could not hold back herself anymore. Hindi siya kagwanta. She pulled her brother, gimbutong niya yung brother, into her arms and cried. Grabe ngilibion niya mo. And that year, her brother was 20 years old na and she was 23 years old. So after she got married, she lived in the city. So namana na siya, she lived in the city. So many times her husband invited her parents. Ano nga ang hambal sa husband niya? Yung mga parents mo pala. He invited her parents to come to live with them. But they did not. They did not want. Because hambal nila, they said nga once makalin sila kuno sa village, they wouldn't know what to do. Inablang daw hindi sila kasaho. And then her brother agreed with their parents. And he said sa iyang sister, you just take care of your parents-in-law and I will take care of nanay and tatay. Hindi ka magkabala ka. Ako lang di bahala sa ila. Ikaw man to bahala sa imong mother-in-law. And soon, her husband became the director of his company. Nagkuha na, nag-asenso ng bana sa iyang iya elder sister. So the husband became the director of his company, and they asked her younger brother to accept the offer of being the manager in the maintenance department. But her brother rejected the offer. Hindi siya magsugot nga ma-manager to saya sa maintenance department, but he insisted on working as a repairman lang gid ya instead nga mangin manager sa. So repairman lang siya for a start. So one day, ang iyang brother, her brother was on the top of a ladder repairing a cable. At tugid sa babaw ga repairs ang cable. And then when he got electrocuted, may naktandugan siyang live wire, and nahulog siya and was sent to the hospital. So the husband of his sister visited him in the hospital, or at the hospital. Ginbisitahan siya. Looking at the plaster cast sa iyang tiil, ang iyang sister galalain, gakumod-kumod, kulumod. Nga why did you reject the offer being a manager? Nga gin-reject mo, tanawa na tabo sa imo. Kung manager ka, hindi ka na mag-amusin na. Managers won't do something dangerous like that. Now look at you. Tanawa ka, tanawa. Sitwasyon mo. Galalain na iya, sister. You are suffering a serious injury. Why didn't you just listen to us? Naaway kaya na mati man? So, with a serious expression on his face, syempre, he defended his decision. He defended his decision and said, ang bala niyang iyang nga sister, linyaga pa minsar lang ko sa brother-in-law ko. He just became the director, bago lang. And if ako, being uneducated, why ko ya tinapusan, would become a manager, what kind of rumors would fly around? Ano ayan nga mga marites to kag mga marisol ang mga kutso-kutso to ang mahambalon sang iban. And then her husband's eyes, sang nabatian niya ni nga muning hambal sang utod sang iyang nga asawa. The husband's eyes filled with tears. And then she said to her brother, "But your lack in education, why ka katapos? Because of me. Tungod sa akon, hindi bala?" And then, the brother said, "Ay, why don't you talk about the past? Sulit-sulit, tapos na to yung tanan. Hindi tanan na pag-ibalik, hindi tanan ay pag-istoryahan, tapos na to." And then, he held his sister's hand. Yung kaptan niyang kamot sang sister niya. And that year, he was 26 years old na, and his sister was 29 years old. So when the brother was 30 na, nag-abot na siya sa 30 years old, he married a farm girl. A farmer girl from the village. Siya nang nangasawa na siya. So during the wedding ceremony, ang MC nila asked him, kuwan pa tong MC nila, si Stanley Jordan. So ang MC gintawag, o ginpamangkot siya, who is the one person you respect and love the most? Ginpamangkot ang brother. So without even taking a time to think, wala pa paminsar, the younger brother answered, My sister! My sister! And then he continued by telling a story about her and his sister. So nagsaysay na sa story about his sister. Even ang sister niya could not even remember ang mga sitwasyon na sa story niya. So ginsaysay na muna So nagapamati ng tanan. Okay, ginsaysay na. And hambalya, he continued by telling a story about his sister. Hambal sang brother. When I was young, when I was in primary school, the school was in a different village. So every day, my sister and I would walk. We walked for 2 hours to school and back home. 2 ka oras. And one day, I lost one of my gloves. I lost my gloves. Isa sa gloves ko. And my sister gave me one of hers. And she wore only one glove. And she had to walk far. When we got home, her hands were trembling. Gakurog ang iya kamot, trembling because of the cold weather. So she could not even hold her fork and spoon. Hindi iya mapilo ang iya kamot. Gakurog-kurog. From that day on, I swore I promise that as long as I live, I would take good care of my sister and I would always be good to her. After telling that story, gapamati ang mga tao muna sa reception. After telling that story, applause filled up the room. Grabing palakpak mo. Grabing palakpak sa mga guests. All the guests turned their attention to the elder sister. Tulok nilang sister. And she found it hard to speak. Hindi siya kambal. And she said, in my whole life, kambal sa sister, in my whole life, the one I would like to thank most is my brother. And in this happy occasion, in front of the crowd, tears were rolling down her face again. Hindi iya mapunggan ang iya hilibion again. The end. That's the end of the story.
Wow.
Alright, so anong moral sa story? Iyang balta ng moral kay the story is so lawig. If you like the story, I want you to react. Anong insight nyo sa story? Send nyo lang sa text line 091271877011. Anong moral sa story? Love and care for one you love every single day of your life. Love. You love and then you care for the one you love every single day of your life. So you may think what you did is just gamay lang. Sometimes minsan ka ay gamay lang ni nga bagay. Maliit na bagay lang ni. Sometimes you think what you did to this person is just a small deed. But to that someone, sa ina nga tao, it may mean a lot. Some relations are made to be last longer, but they still need to be nurtured with love and care. So beautiful. Okay, so I want you to react sa story tonight. Send it now sa text line. Ibanda na subuan, ibanda nagluha gid ang mata nila. Good evening.